Hello, Bill Molyneux here with Bill's History and Wargaming World. Well, it's August 9th, and in 2 more days I'll be heading off to see the CSS Noose. But I have had several people ask me if I was going to do playthroughs of the French Indian War board game Volume 2, which used to be Savage Wilderness. At this point, I have a lot going on, so I will not be playing the games through. Maybe in a week or two after the Fort Frederick reenactment, which is August 27th, 28th. But we are going to go through this game for a few minutes. So the top of the box of the French Indian War board game Volume 2 is Fort Frederick. Fort Frederick is an awesome stone masonry fort located in Big Pool Springs, Big Pool, Maryland, near Hagerstown, Maryland. And it's well worth the visit. Some great people work there. Bob Studi, Robert Ambrose, Chris and Patrick. And on the back of this box, we have dedicated to the memory of Park Ranger Tim McGowan. Tim was a great guy. He passed away this past May of 2022. He did a lot of French milice stuff with me, and we had a lot of fun when I'd volunteer at the fort with him. So this game is dedicated to him. So it has 14 scenarios. And thinking about all the adventures I had with Tim, I got a little thrown off my thinking there. But so the game manual is the same from Savage Wilderness. The rules are exactly the same from Volume 1. And we have the reenactors once again. So there's the great Dave Bybee. So our scenario book is very nice, printed in nice format. The counters are the same exact counters from Volume 1. So you don't need either volume to play. I mean, you buy Volume 2, it's a standalone game. So what's special and unique about this French Indian War Volume 2 compared to the old Savage Wilderness? Well, Savage Wilderness came out right about when COVID hit. So Lock and Load and David Heath, they were unable to really get rolling with production. So now we have it in Volume 2 with much larger hexes and larger counters. And we're going to start off with this scenario is hypothetical. It is Fort Frederick, which I just talked about. And this is a hypothetical scenario if the French decide to do a push south rather than at Fort William Henry. Robert Ambrose, the park ranger, came up with the rough drafts and in our scenario. This is not a 10-turn game. This is 30 turns. It's a progression game. You keep getting more and more reinforcements from both sides. And this is the only scenario where I have stacking of artillery units with infantry as a test. Of course, with all my games, once you buy them, they become your game, and you as the player can make all your house rules as you see fit. Similar to Monopoly, there are more house rules from house to house that play Monopoly than you can imagine. So that's one of the exciting scenarios, and these maps are on really heavy paper. Jeff Valent at Superior Print on Demand did fantastic with that. Now I already did one video where I talked about the scenarios a bit, but I have to mention Fort Ligonier. Fort Ligonier days is in October when the fort was attacked. Dr. Walter Powell helped me with this scenario greatly, and as I've said before in previous videos, this is probably the most exact map and scenario I have made for the entire set of both games with the help of Dr. Walter Powell. And you have Fort Ligonier. Of course, the museum and all is over here in this general area. So you can obtain Savage Wilderness, which is now the French Indian War Volume 2, through Adventure Game Source, Fast Play War Games, and Bill Molyneux Games. I think what I'll do is when I get back from my 4-day vacation of visiting historic sites in North Carolina, I'll take some time and play the 30-turn Siege of Fort Frederick. So, the next videos will be of Josh Warliff, myself, at Fredericksburg, Virginia on Friday, North Carolina, Kinston to see the CSS Noose on Saturday. On Sunday, we're at Yorktown, Virginia, and visiting Scoot's Barbecue. Scoot's Barbecue and Olivia's Restaurants in Gloucester, Virginia. Support my games. Mr. Gary Ward, the owner, has actually bought some of my games and invested in the Kickstarter without even really knowing what war games were all about. But he's a great supporter of historic sites, and his father was a history teacher. So if you do live in the Yorktown, Williamsburg, Gloucester area, stop at Scoot's Barbecue or Olivia's Restaurant in the town. Well, that's about it. This video went very long. I have people that like the videos of historic sites. I have people who like videos of me running miniature war games. I have people that are don't want to see board game scenario stuff, and others that do. So I can't make everyone happy, and I follow the advice of my buddy Jack in Arizona and John at the Sheriff's Department of Broome County, New York. And I just wing these videos, and they are what they are. And I'm not asking for any money, and no one has to pay to watch them, and you can turn the channel if you're bored. So that's about it. Stay safe, be kind, be courteous, and stay tuned for some crazy videos from North Carolina this week. Thank you for watching.